Hello, friends, and thanks for tuning into Taste Radio, the #1 podcast for anyone building a business in food or beverage. I'm Ray Latif, the editor and producer of Taste Radio, and with my co-host for this episode, John Craven, Melissa Traverse, and Mike Schneider. This episode features a conversation with Katie Lefkowitz, the founder and CEO of Harkins Sweets, a brand of better-for-you candy bars that are sold in the checkout aisle of thousands of Walmart stores just months after the brand's market debut. We are surrounded by dumplings and bao.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Where are these from?
That's because Nadia Leo Spellman, who is the founder of Dumpling Daughter, stopped by, dropped these off for us, and I think would like to be on the podcast at some point, Ray.
I would love to have her on the podcast.
Not a bad idea, right?
They're local.
Not a bad idea. Local, legendary. Started off as a restaurant and now doing CPG. And
that was the sound of John Craven dipping into his dumpling with saucy dumpling.
So
You got
good.
sauce all over your plate too. Look at that.
So good.
What kind of sauce is that? What kind of dumpling is that? All right. Well, pork dumpling. Okay. And the sauce you're using looks like it says
How was pork and
this
chive?
is a secret sauce. This is spicy sweet soy.
Chicken and cabbage, and I could use some of that sauce and a roasted pork bao. She also gave us veggie dumplings as well, but I did not have time to prepare everything.
Okay. And there's a ginger soy as well.
How you doing over there, Melissa?
Good. I just
dumplings.
ate a piece of that dumpling, and it was absolutely delicious. Whenever we get to order from Dumpling Daughter for Tuesday team lunch, it's always a big, exciting Tuesday lunch.
Do you get yours steamed or you do them pan fried? Dumplings there, that is.
I'm a fan of the pan. Do I have to choose? I guess pan fried if I had to choose, but I really just love a dumpling any old way.
Well, yeah, you know what? It's not really choice paralysis because there's only two choices, so you can't really go wrong.
Spicy sweet soy sauce. Excellent. John has the ginger soy over there. I think he's going to drink
Ate
it.
the whole plate.
Very nice.
You know, we're not just unpaid spokespeople, we're customers too.
Yeah,
That's true.
we are. Do we have any Dumpling Daughter coming with us to BevNet Live?
Well, you know, I mean, does Dumpling Daughter make a beverage? Can you turn these into a smoothie?
No, but I'm saying, the happy hours and so on, so the lunch hours, we could have some dumplings being passed around, no?
I mean, we could, but we don't. That would be delicious.
That would be delicious.
Perhaps we can think about that for the winter. But
We'll work on that.
yeah. But as we've talked about so many times in the last few weeks, BevNet Live Summer 2024 is right around the corner, June 12th and 13th at the Metropolitan Pavilion in New York City. There are over 550 people already registered for this incredible event, one that you cannot miss. If you are thinking about going, do not wait another second. Register now, BevNET.com. I'm excited to hear from Charlie New. Charlie New is the global category manager for refrigerated beverages at Whole Foods Market. We also have Max Crowley, who's the VP of merchandising for GoPuff, Whole Foods. I feel like these are the two retailers that you want to be in business with. Melissa, am I wrong? I mean, you used to work for Whole Foods, so you're probably a little biased, but I mean, come on.
Yeah, I got to say, I'm pretty excited to hear from Whole Foods. But overall, the show is looking really exciting. I want to ask you guys, what's your favorite part of BevNet Live? And I'll start. I love being at registration on the first day and just like greeting people as they come in, because everyone looks so excited and sometimes like a little nervous, which is, the line between nervous and excited is a fine one. And then I also love when people are on their way out and just hearing about how much they enjoyed the event, especially for the folks who are coming for the first time. Those are sort of my two favorite pieces of BevNet Live. Just love hearing how much people enjoy it.
I think it's awesome to see you at registration, just greeting everybody.
I love it.
You seem like really happy doing it, and that's awesome. It's just like our whole team is really happy to see everybody just coming up, because we know what's going to happen over the next couple of days. You're going to learn a lot about the industry. You're going to find partners. You're going to get deals done. My favorite part, though, I think, is anointing the pen of judgment for judging the new beverage showdown. But like, it's just like a little bit more favorite than meeting people and sampling and just talking up to everyone about their hopes and their dreams and what they're going to do next. We also, Melissa, did you know we have a panel that springboards off of your community call on angel investment? We've got 3 angel investors during beverage school who are going to talk about just the ins and outs of angel investment.
That's going to be such a great segment. It was, hugely popular when we did it on Community Call. And obviously it's something that so many brands are, struggling with right now and trying to find a solution for. So that'll be incredibly helpful for so many people.
We're hearing a lot of companies that are raising angel rounds right now. So certainly listen to the Community Call. Come to BevNet Live. Make sure you're there for beverage school. It doesn't really matter what level you are either. I mean, there's some great refreshers in there. You get to meet folks after, have a chat with them, ask them your hardest questions. Just get started the right way. Drink from that fire hose.
And of course, the retail one-to-ones, when you have an opportunity to sit down with a retail buyer, merchandiser, executive from a variety of retailers, as I mentioned, Whole Foods, GoPuff, the Goods Mart, Lowe's Foods. So if you are registered, you can apply to participate in the one-to-ones. Obviously, if you are a brand owner or a brand operator, why wouldn't you want to do so?
There's nothing like having an opportunity to meet face to face. I've certainly been on the side of emailing the same buyer a number of times, and there's just nothing like having that time face to face.
Absolutely. Once again, BevNET.com is the way to register. Hope to see you there. If you want to meet up, just send any of us an email, DM us on the Instagrams, because we want to hang out. We want to meet up. We want to chat at the
You'll
show.
see us there.
Yeah, for sure.
You'll see us there. I mean, if you're a shy networker, for say, and you're like, I don't know if I can go to BevNet Live because I'm a shy networker, we'll help you up that game. We'll show you just how easy it is to walk up to somebody, ask a question, and next thing you know, you're in a great conversation.
That's also one of my favorite things is sort of like matchmaking, because we know all these fantastic people and we want them all to know each other.
Mm-hmm.
Although trying to find Ray is like trying to stalk, like, I don't know, U2 before they go into their concert,
I'm busy.
It is kind of like that.
They're like untouchable once they get inside. They got goons.
I'm a little busy, but I always try to find people during the networking breaks, lunch hours, and chatting with them in the Taste Radio studio.
You're like the Bukayo Saka of BevNet.
He's in the Pope Mobile.
I did skip over Melissa's question about favorite moments for BevNet Live. Handing over that trophy to the winner of the New Beverage Showdown is always a great moment. I don't know. It's probably the biggest smile I have on my face during the event, so that's always nice. I won't ask John what his favorite moment is, because every second of every day of BevNet Live is his favorite moment.
Just adrenaline rush from start to finish.
Yeah. It's just like, BevNet Live is your heroin.
Oh, wow.
For your kratom?
Live is your crystal meth. Kratom,
Got weird fast, but
I did.
no, I'll echo what you guys are trying to say outside of the heroin references. I enjoy meeting all of the entrepreneurs and everyone that's coming to the thing. It's just a great time to be able to chat with people and, get to know, different members of the community or reconnect. So, there for it all.
I know. We've got some different sorts of heroines on stage. I mean, you got Sarah Nguyen's going to be there.
Heroines.
Supply.
Come on, man.
That's what
It's
I
not
was
the
thinking.
Same thing.
You know what that's called? That's called a homophone. There you go.
It is called.
Okay. Well, we did have a fantastic entrepreneur on stage last year. One may call her heroine. It was Allison Ellsworth, who's one of the co-founders of a brand called Poppi. Everyone knows Poppi. Poppi, the better-for-you soda that is positioned as a prebiotic soda. That positioning has gotten the company in a bit of trouble. As reported on BevNet, a class action lawsuit filed this week is taking aim at one of the central claims behind Poppi's prodigious rise, its purported gut health benefits. The suit was filed in the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of California and alleges that the 2 grams of prebiotic fiber in a single 12-ounce can of Poppi is too low to have a meaningful impact on gut health, rendering that positioning as a probiotic soda as null and void. John Craven, we've seen this story before. How does it end?
Well, okay, first let's talk about how it begins here.
Yeah,
Because
that's the most
I think
important
that's
part.
actually pretty useful for pretty much every CPG company out there, which is, first and foremost, I think there's this general sense of like, you start doing something and like no one does anything, then you're like in the clear. So, a lot of companies, I think when they start out, their reason for being and what they, promote as the benefits of their product are kind of under the radar because no one's really paying attention. And, the folks who file class action lawsuits are after money. So when you have no money, they're not really worried about you, generally speaking. So I think, it's just one of those things where, a lot of times, again, I think companies that end up in this spot who've had success are just doing what they've been doing for a long time, and all of a sudden someone has an issue with it. And again, it's just the target isn't big enough. Just, you got to remember that. I think the second thing is that, and this will segue to how it finishes, is, what a lot of times is the foot in the door for a CPG company like Poppi. Its only reason for existing in the beginning was gut health, right? Becomes sort of irrelevant in the, massive success and ultimate outcome that this brand probably will have. And I think as we've seen and talked about, starting with when they, did this in Canada with no mention of gut health on the product because they couldn't, it seems that Poppi's kind of at a crossroads anyway, where that is going to slowly fade away anyway. And I think, at Beverage Forum in LA back at the end of April, Rohan Oza, who's, their key sort of, or the face of their investors, I guess you'd say, talked about how Poppi pivoted from, gut health to just selling fun, that fun's a bigger opportunity. And I think how this ends is probably that, like any class action lawsuit in this situation, there's a settlement and this just gets, put in a drawer and they move on. I think it also, to me, is another sign that, I think with some of these class action lawsuits, as we've seen in the past, they often strike when the company seems to be sort of in play, right? Because, of course, Coke's not going to write this big check when there's a class action out there. And to be honest, this thing getting settled probably at least gives Coke, some peace of mind that the class action is not going to be against them once they buy this brand. So, it probably ends up with some sort of settlement. I mean, sometimes companies fight these and take a lot of time and money, but I'm not really sure that Poppi wants to take a lot of time, if you know what I mean. So
You mentioned Coke a few times in that.
Yeah,
you know something we don't?
not just speculating.
Okay.
Just speculation.
All right.
I mean, when these things happen, it's a sign that you're doing something right because people are noticing and now they want a piece of it. This is a way for them, as John was saying before, for them to get a piece of it through a class action lawsuit. This isn't the Poppi doesn't need gut health, as John was also alluding. I mean, it's a fun brand. It's better for you. It tastes good. People love it. They don't need that benefit to sell Poppi. It's sort of similar to Bai. They didn't need the coffee fruit benefit to sell Bai. They also didn't need the 5.
Absolutely. I think that people drink Poppi because it tastes good.
And it's a cool, fun brand, that relates to you and is more approachable than certain other legacy brands in the eyes of that, demographic that they're after.
And if they get to meet Allison, you get to meet one of the kindest, most supportive founders there is. Copy me, do what I'm doing. She's great.
Heroine.
Gives great advice. I mean, there's just, Heroine. There's so many, there's so many good things about Poppi. They'll survive this.
Well, obviously survive.
Yeah, they'll survive this.
Yeah,
And
well,
thrive.
they are being sued. As I mentioned, the aggregate claims in the suit amount to more than $5 million. So for Poppi,
That's a rounding error and a mega deal, by the way.
It seems like a rounding error. If there were a mega deal to happen, John Craven seems to think that there's one right around the corner. I don't know. You see,
They'll spend more on the celebratory steak dinner.
okay.
That's terrible,
Oh
but
my
probably
goodness.
true.
Oh my god, no.
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, how do you think Rohan Oza likes to party? Guy had 50 Cent at his wedding.
That's impressive.
I mean, he was an investor in find them
How
water.
come you weren't invited to that thing?
I was there, Ray. No, I was not there.
You were in Marrakesh?
No, never been.
No, the thing is Rohan, for all his pomp and circumstance, he does still use snail mail to mail invitations. John's got lost.
Yes, that's totally it.
The post office
Bummer.
is pretty rotten right now. A lot of people are experiencing issues.
Well,
It's an odd tangent.
This lawsuit reminds me of a conversation I had with Justin Prochnow, who is a well-known regulatory and patent attorney in CPG, and talked about how there are lawyers out there, class action attorneys, who will go into a boardroom with a whole bunch of products that they bought at any grocery store in the U.S. and intentionally look for things that they can sue these companies over. And it sucks. It's one of the most challenging parts of being a brand founder and entrepreneur, but it'll happen. Lawyers are looking for opportunistic moments like that.
On the other hand, it is, the whole notion of consumer protection, like there are merits to that, right? I mean, I think that
I don't know if there's any merits to these guys.
No, I mean, I think to some of what we're trying to do with that, like companies shouldn't be able to make outrageous claims, but I think there's a very broad sort of gray area of what, these claims are and what they're intended to mean. And again, I think, in the case of a lot of CPG products, like, you can look at, my guess, if you looked at 10 like really emerging upstart brands, like probably half of them have some sort of potential, claim or language issue, on it. So I think it's just like one of those things that founders should be conscious of as they get bigger. Even the things that like you maybe have gotten comfortable sort of having as part of your brand's DNA to get it started. And, we saw that a lot, like kombucha kind of had that problem too. There was a lot of, gut health type stuff. Health Aid ended up in one of these things.
Just last week in our Slack community, we hosted Shelly of Garg Law, and she posted the top 5 labeling claim issues that brands typically run up against. So definitely check that out if you haven't. Slack.BevNET.com.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's like exactly the type of thing that, it never hurts for brands to just take a look in the mirror at that stuff. So
Also helps when your ingredients have clinical backing. There is some sort of actual proven benefit to a particular ingredient or a functional claim that you're making, i.e., what you can gain if you include or incorporate Amuse into your food or beverage. Amuse is the presenting sponsor of this episode of Taste Radio. Now more than ever, consumers looking for ways to boost their immune systems, and Amuse gives them that edge. Amuse is a dietary and food ingredient clinically shown to stimulate immune function at the cellular level. Incorporate Amuse into your innovation strategy and help your consumers optimize their health throughout the year. Learn more at amusehealth.com. That's IMMUSE health.com.
Ray,
Yes?
Twirl milk tea. You like Twirl, right?
Of course. Twirl's a great brand.
Yeah. We know Pauline Eng and Olivia Chen are the great founders of Twirl, and they've got a new product, popping boba. Oh my gosh. Lychee popping boba, strawberry popping boba, and honey popping boba. I can make your own bubble tea.
This isn't the Starbucks boba, is it?
This is not Starbucks boba.
What do they call it? What is Starbucks called?
The summer refresher thing? No, what is it called? The blue thing.
Yeah,
the blue drink.
Starbucks has it caused a bit of controversy. What's new?
This is the real deal, Ray. I can't wait to put this in some tea.
Is that what you put it in?
Yeah, you put it in tea, or you can put it in...
Make your own milk tea, basically?
A yogurt smoothie. Yeah, you make your own milk tea.
Can I get a look?
Yeah, you sure can. Here.
Mike, is it a kit? What do they give you?
They give you little they give you a box, and in the box are ready to eat pouches. So you open the pouch and just toss it into your beverage.
Yeah.
And then you just get pop, 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 pop.
This box kind of reminds me of a baking soda box for some reason.
Does look a little like a baking soda box, but you know what? When you open it, you're going to be surprised to find
Can I
popping boba.
just eat the boba? I mean, the boba is a good part of boba tea
Yeah,
anyway.
you can. Of course, you can just eat the boba. Why not? You going to go for it?
No, it seems like a bad idea. I mean, I want to, but
Yeah, I'm excited to try this because you can put it pretty much in anything. You can put it in a drink or dessert, as the box says. Ready to eat, no cooking required, which makes life even easier when you're trying to have a boba beverage.
Yeah, pop it into a fruit bowl. Put it on top of, looks like there's some cupcake toppings here. That's kind of cool.
Plant-based, dye-free, and gluten-free.
yeah, they're clear.
Yeah, nice.
Better for you boba from Twirl.
Honey popping boba.
I mean, that's one of the things. Their milk tea is so good, but it's ridiculously hard, as everybody knows at this point, to put boba into a can and have it just survive, and then also to drink it out of a can too, because you need to have the straw. So yeah, I mean, if you got the tea, you've got the straw. Now you have the boba.
Let's be clear. These are popping boba and not popping pearls. Starbucks.
Does the boba explode?
Like
Jeez, I
Pop
hope not.
Rocks.
Like, what's the popping for?
Is it going to pop in your mouth?
It pops in your mouth, and it does kind of explode.
It says right there on the side.
Wow.
What is popping boba?
You'll get to
It's
try
bursting
it. Don't
boba.
worry.
I need to try popping boba.
Don't
Wait,
worry.
let's
We're gonna be.
unplug that.
Here,
We'll
can
try
you
this
pass that
after
on?
lunch.
Here, so everyone can completely understand what we're talking about here. It says it on the side of the package here. What is popping boba or bursting boba? Small balls filled with fruit juice that pop when bitten into. Don't.
Okay.
The outer layer made with seaweed extract. The outer layer is made with seaweed extract, 100% vegan. Yes, you can elevate any soda, juice, iced tea, milk tea, or cocktail. Bonus: if you can't finish the whole pouch, store in a fridge in a sealed container for up to 2 weeks.
I mean, they've had boba before. Their boba's phenomenal. This is just like, I think this is new SKUs, and now it's popping.
There you go.
It's really
Next level
a good
boba.
idea.
Yes.
Next level boba.
Yeah.
And I would have prepared it, but it just came in like 10 minutes ago. So I want to just get it onto the show.
Disappointed, Mike.
I don't think so. I think you.
Well, we'll Instagram. We'll do some Instagram. Don't
We're
worry.
gonna grab it. All right.
That'll happen.
From pop to hop. What do you got there, Melissa?
Ooh, Ray. Nice
Yeah,
transition.
I know that was smooth. I've got Fieldwork Brewing's hop water right here. I tried this last night. It's brewed with Mosaic and Nelson hops. I thought it was tasty. It was lighter than other hop waters that I've had. So if that's what you're looking for, it's a bit on the lighter and more refreshing side. And I was curious because hops sort of have they have a flavor that makes me wonder if they're good for you. So I checked it out online, and hops have been attributed with health benefits that include anti-inflammatory benefits, antimicrobial, digestive. But I don't know. Have you seen any hop water brands touting the health benefits? And we just finished talking about labeling claims. Maybe that's sticky territory, but I haven't seen that.
No, I haven't either. But I would prefer my hop water to have full Nelson hops, not just Nelson hops. Because wait, what? What? Just get you right around the neck.
Just lock you right
Just
in.
lock you in. I just don't feel the.
It's like a
the intensity.
What is this? A 1984 wrestling reference you got going here?
Sure. I'm not a half Nelson kind of person. Full Nelson all the way.
Yeah, you want your hop water to put you in a headlock.
Yeah. I'm not a Ryan Gosling guy either. So no, nobody.
I mean,
if anyone gets that reference, and by the way, I am Ryan Gosling, but if anyone gets that reference, email me. I'll send you a t-shirt.